Wait, I'm actually so confused. What are we ordering?
I don't know. I've been scrolling for 15 minutes and I still can't decide.
Like, everything sounds good, but like nothing sounds good to me.
So this is actually the problem.
Yeah. Like, but imagine, like, what if there was like a Tinder for like food?
Well, like you just swipe and it tells you what to order?
Yeah,
Okay, wait. That actually exists.
exactly. And that's exactly what our guest today is building.
So today we're being joined by Khush Shah, a Questrom student who's building Nom, basically a swipe-based app that helps you figure out what to eat when you're overthinking it.
And he's been building it publicly while still being a student, which is honestly very real.
So today we're talking about that and then also navigating your first year at BU while trying to figure everything out.
So, Kush, welcome to Questrom Real Talk.
Thank you for having me here.
Awesome. Okay, Kush. So, where are you right now with BU? And do you feel like you're in control or are you just surviving?
hmm I think as a sophomore, I feel way more in control because it's more, you get to choose your classes a little more. There's more leeway into what you want to do and what you want to pick.
Mm.
There are mandatory classes, but it's still, you can like delay some, you can do some before core or after. Some like, I know there's no core anymore, but
Yeah.
you can still get to choose when you want to take which classes. I feel like freshman fall, it feels really, you're not in control.
Mhm.
Because you have to take 131, you have to take calc or stats, you have to take EC, micro or macro, and you feel like freshman fall I felt like, oh no, I didn't, like, is it like a set curriculum, like what am I studying here? I don't want to learn like stuff I don't want to be forced on.
Yeah.
I feel way more in control now.
Mhm.
And that's the best part about this. You got to like not only choose classes in in the school you are in, you also get to explore more
Mhm.
Yeah.
while continuing your degree. So that's amazing.
No, definitely. And I feel like a lot of people come here with the idea of what they should be doing. And what did it look like for you when you like first came here? And has that changed since?
Oh, 100%. I came in freshman fall, like I was like, so like, yeah, I'm gonna like do investment banking or something like that. I'm not even sure, like something in like like a field which I'm not even looking at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it changes a lot when you speak. I met so many people in question, or you meet so many people just having like ideas, and then I think that's why it like sparked like my interest in entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
Like I've had like a clothing brand back in the day, but like that was more like I learned way more about like how starting something, ideating it, and like following through with it
Yeah.
over here.
Mhm.
Coming from like what I wanted to do when I came in to now, I think it changes a lot when you speak to a lot of professors also, because they like actually show you like this is what you have, this is what your mind's like thought process was when you were thinking of this kind of career field, but that's not like that. It's actually like this.
Right.
So
No, yeah. I also wanted to ask, I mean, I feel like you've had your transition from thinking, IB to entrepreneurship, and obviously there's been like such a perspective change there. But throughout that process, did you ever feel like there was a moment where you were doing too much or too little, and what did that look like for you?
I think I don't feel like I'm like there's too much or too little. But I feel like if you would want if I'd prefer one, I'd prefer too much, because I think you get maximum for like 4 years here.
Mhm.
Like some people graduate early, but I feel like if you should make at least I would make the most out of this 4 years, especially being in a different country, meeting more people, especially people being people being
Like open.
willing to help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
So-
in college people are so willing to help you out, and then that's what I've been like trying to make the most of.
I think essentially that's exactly what coffee chats are. Like people say, and it sounds very intimidating, like you should have a coffee chat with the senior. But it's you just sitting down and you're like, okay, I'm an AC221. What am I supposed to do in this class?
Mhm.
Like, what are the some tips and tricks like I can use? And like they're just here to help. And I feel the same
100%.
with like the staff or the professors.
100%. I
Yeah.
agree.
Did you ever feel like you had to do everything at once, like clubs, classes, and like internships or whatever?
I don't now, but I felt like my freshman spring, I felt like I didn't do anything in freshman fall, so I thought I was behind
Yeah.
everyone. And I was like, oh, you know what? This time it's like I need to start doing everything at once. And I feel like that wasn't the best decision I made, because there was like like I was like one step into all these like other like clubs, but I wasn't like fully inside. I wasn't like learning. I was more like just doing. I think it's more about a learning process in these clubs rather than having like, oh, I'm able to do this. I'm in this club. It's more like, oh, I'm taking more from this club. Like I'm learning from you.
Yeah.
Right.
So if that's one thing I did wrong, I like joined like every club I could. My calendar looked like so messed up. Yeah, that's when I like. I think I probably properly started using Google Calendar.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I feel like it's so needed, especially when you're
Yeah.
times where like, you have multiple things to do, not only in your classes, but also in your
100%.
clubs,
Yeah.
events to attend. It's a lot, but Google Calendar will become
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
best
I
friend.
u-
Yeah, I so agree. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was saying that I used to be like somebody who used to write the stuff down
Oh,
in a
no, me
diary.
too.
And I was like, you know what? This is not working anymore. I need to like make it
Because
this.
it keeps changing, and then
Yeah.
you like I think like the best part was like people can add to your calendar, and then you can like accept it, like the
Yeah.
that's like it just like makes it so much more easier.
Right.
Definitely.
But I also feel like one thing I would not do again is try to fill out my calendar just like for the sake.
It's for the
Right.
sake of doing so.
Yeah, just don't. I think that's like there's so much more you can use your time for.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, kind of going off that, like, what does a realistic week at BU look like for you?
I feel like so I prefer classes not early in the morning, but around lunch.
Mm.
Like I would take class around 10 to like 2, 3. I usually like try to like grab like leave like a specific time slot between my classes to go grab lunch. So I usually do that. So class, lunch, few classes again. I meet my friends, social stuff. Then clubs usually start like later in the day at like 5, 6.
Yeah.
So that comes in that time. And then try to get my homework done before like at night. Nothing crazy and study obviously. Like that's also important.
Yeah. Okay. So what has been your favorite class at BU till now?
I think the class I've loved the most at BU right now is this like finance class I took. It's like you don't need, and for me at least, there was no core requirement. It was called FE 455, Professor Nilia's class. It's like one of the best classes I've taken. I think it will be the best class till I graduate. It's a class called Financing New Ventures.
Yeah.
And
A lot of my friends are really obsessed with that class. Like,
yeah, it's an amazing class, amazing professor. I've learned, I like, especially for someone who's like always thought about, oh, I want to start my own thing. I want to always like build something or be innovative. It teaches you a lot about not, okay, you know what, you have the idea, but like where you're going to get the money from. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
so it teaches a lot about that and it helps right now. So
Yeah, I feel like that I've heard that be one of the biggest problems for entrepreneurs. It's like, okay, we have this idea,
Yeah.
but how are we going to,
Mhm.
fund it? How are we going to get the ball rolling? Which I think it's so awesome that you were able to find a class that fits, your needs as to like what you want to do, which is super awesome. But if I could also ask, like, what do you feel is something about Questrom classes that a freshman maybe not be equipped for? And how did you, overcome that hurdle?
I feel like when I came in, like SM 131 was like the first class you take, the first thing you hear, the first thing you're like stressed about.
Mhm.
So I feel like I came in and they're like just like giving you so many readings to do. And I realized like it's not I've come from a school where like, oh, you need to know like the lines. You need to know like what's happening each like I feel like 131 taught me like towards the end, because I was not equipped to this, is you just need to know the concept and not like the whole like depth of it. Like you know the concept and being able to apply it. I think that's what every question class is like using. Like, oh, you understand this concept and now put this in a real life situation, and that's how you're gonna be tested.
Right.
Yeah, are you able to use this in a real life situation? Are you able to understand like where this is coming from and why it's like this? So I think that's one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me till now, 131 is still one of my favorite classes. And not because it was the first class I took. I would give a lot of credit to Professor Weber. She was amazing. I think she like uh, taught us wonderfully. But also like just how it set the whole precedent for like the coming 4 years, and just like sort of like touched on everything. But also like it was not like a really hard class, like it was a lot
Yeah.
of discussion, a lot of like conversations in class, which I personally really
Like, that's the best part about it. I feel like the discussion, like there's one lecture. If you look at it that way, there's one lecture once a week, and the rest are like
Yeah.
actual discussions.
yeah.
I think that's one thing. Like people think, oh, discussion like a follow on the class, which it is, but it's like also students get to be more participative. Like be like, oh, they get to talk, they get to discuss, and they get to like break down stuff with the
Yeah.
professors.
Yeah. Like my class was really enthusiastic. Everyone used to speak up.
Did you all also have the coffee shop simulation thing?
No, so
No, I
when
don't
we,
think
because
so.
we're seniors, they like changed the curriculum
Oh,
of
okay.
SM131
Yeah.
for that. So we had something a bit different, but I remember from one of our sophomores that's on the marketing communications team, Amelie, she would like tell us about like, the project that she was working on. And that's, I think that's awesome. Like the way that they,
Yeah, it was
they
like
kinda
it was
changed
really
it.
fun. Like, every week we decided, let's change the price. Like, do we
Yeah.
want people to be working more hours and see how that impacted the business?
Yeah.
It was really fun, and plus it became like a competition, like which team does.
Right.
Happens to the best of us.
Okay, so I kind of want to get into, class registration and, kind of transitioning into like you were saying now being able to choose your classes. How did you know what to choose? And especially with like the hub at BU, like how are you able to orient yourself to, not only meet those goals, but then also position yourself best for what you want to do in your career?
Like this was something like this was a question I had before coming to BU,
Mhm.
because you see like class registration open up for you, like for incoming freshmen, like you see it open up during the summer, like right before you come, and you're so confused, like, oh, what is SM 130 or 131, or why do you have to take what's hubs? And I get so confused, and then I'm like spamming emails to my advisor, like I'm not able to register for this like 400 level class for my freshman year, and like and she's like, oh, you can't take that right now, and like I was like, okay, then I think speaking to my advisor helped me a lot.
Mhm.
Ebony, and she helped so much. Who else? I feel like speaking to a lot of seniors on like when to take, what combination of mandatory classes you should take. Like, oh, what should you take MO with, or what should you take SM 275 with?
Mhm.
Like understanding, you don't want to put yourself in a semester where you're like just focused on like some things that might be really long and difficult. Maybe you want something qualitative and quantitative, a mix of both.
Mhm.
So I feel like speaking to a lot of seniors, speaking to your advisor, especially, that my advisor was able to find like Dr. D, like I think the head of the UDC or something.
Yeah.
She's able to help a lot with finding like a right fit of the hub for you. Like I don't know what like system they have, but people can like search up like specific hub criterias
Yeah.
on the BU portal,
Yeah.
and it like shows you all your options, and then you can like only do classes you might want to like use to fill up like your hubs.
Mhm.
But also like some classes it's just like really fun to take.
Mhm.
And
Definitely. Yeah. My current, like I'm taking my last hub. I took most of my hubs in like I think I was left with like 2 hubs end of sophomore year or like end of sophomore fall. And then I just like shifted to all Questrom classes, and then I was just finishing up like hubs in my senior year. So like right now I'm taking a class for archaeological mysteries, and we're sitting and talking about pyramids at like 9 a.m. It's amazing.
I'm
Yeah.
taking religions of Asia right now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually did the opposite. My freshman, sophomore year, I pretty much loaded all of my question classes, which like honestly made getting into my concentration classes a little bit easier because I had my hubs to
Yeah.
fall back on a bit. But right now I'm taking a creative writing class, and I love that like, the dynamic of some of the classes of the hub really works a different part of your brain than Questrom does.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you're still working, but it's a relief of like the area of your brain you feel
That's
like you're
true.
working.
And I think people, I was so frustrated. I was like, why are you making me study stuff I don't want to study, and I don't want to learn all of this? Like, you're forcing me to do all of this. And
Yeah.
I kept realizing it's like, I think this is the chance where you get out of Question
Mhm.
and you get out of the school. Because if you're not doing it, if you're doing one degree, this is like most of your classes will be here, but there are only so many classes you need to take.
Yeah.
So being able to explore, like maybe some I've heard some people finding that like minors and like all of that from their hub classes. So that's amazing.
Yeah, no. I know a lot of people who like took econ classes and then like ended up like taking that as a second degree, or like the other way around, like they were CS students and they took like a few question classes and then made that a dual degree. So
Yeah. Well, I think with class registration also, like always like I can pick a class right now before next semester, and then next semester before it starts I can decide like, listen, like this is not happening for me.
Yeah.
And that's the best part. Like I can keep changing my schedule till like the time comes where I can't change it.
Mhm.
So it's like not set in stone. And like as a freshman I used to stress out about, oh, you know what, it's like my registration like 7 o'clock, I need to be there like first person to click like get like enroll at
Yeah.
7. I feel like now like people leave drop classes, people like get on, throughout like that process of getting into the next semester,
Yeah.
I'll stop like thinking too much about like, oh, I'm not gonna get this class, I'm not gonna get this timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the Questrom waitlist does a great job
Oh, it
at
does.
getting you the class.
Yeah.
And also, like, sometimes you just need to like email the professor and they sometimes like, let you join the class.
Yeah. No, I would say especially Questrom is
Yeah.
really good about that. Like I've had issues I know in the past about like getting classes that I need for my concentration because I feel like accounting is like small. So like
Mhm.
you know need to make sure you're taking the classes to get you on track for the CPA. And Questrom definitely makes it really easy, I think, to adhere to, you know, the
Yeah.
students.
Yeah.
Also, Coach, what was some like one academic mistake that you made, maybe like last year, like earlier this year, that you wish you could have avoided?
I feel like okay, this is like everyone would say this, but like starting too late.
Yeah.
And like that's like is a really basic, but I feel like especially with question stuff, it piles on before you know it. Like everything add like because I said like it's more like, oh, let's how do you use this and everything, and to understand each concept, like it takes the life out of you to study one night before. So
Yeah.
I feel like not starting too late. Always I think one mistake I made was not reach out to my professors my freshman year. Like I started doing this very often now. Like just like even the professor saying, "Oh, hey, can I speak with you after class?" It doesn't have to be about this class, just to get to know them well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it also like makes class so much more comfortable. Like, you go in like you're like, "Oh, I know this person,"
Yeah.
and
I think also like there are so many professors at Question that have so much to offer in
Oh,
talking about
definitely.
their own experiences, you know, especially if you're in the phase of like learning, you know, what you want to do in your career or you're still figuring it out. I think going to a professor and asking for help or seeing maybe what they did with their experience, you know, during college and after, is I think can be really insightful for a student that like doesn't necessarily know what they're doing. I know for me, I chose accounting because I had spoken with Professor Asadorian. Great AC 222 professor. She's
oh yeah, I've heard so
Amazing.
much.
she is the best. She's the best.
But also shout out Professor Pivko. Like he's my professor, so I'm taking that class right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I, you know, I spoke with her and I realized that like, you know, I wanted to pursue accounting. I would have never thought. So, you know, just these awesome connections I think you build is something that,
Yeah.
you know, students should take more
It does, and I also feel like professors have come from like most of them have like come from like they've worked already.
Yeah.
They have like years, like decades of experience in like few companies, and you can never lose out on having him or her like put you in touch with more people into the company, and you start like speaking. It's again a networking chain of question, like
Yeah.
the whole.
Works wonders. Like I took a branding class last semester and it was taught by Professor Donald. She randomly dropped in class that she used to work for Beyonce. Like mid conversation, she's like, yeah, when I used to work for Beyonce and like continued teaching some topic, and we were all like shocked for like 2 minutes. We were like, what did you just say? What do you mean? But
Wait, I need to know what era. Like, what era did she work in?
I
for
think
Beyonce?
2000 to 2010, maybe.
That's an iconic era for her.
But yeah. Kush, do you think that there's something that you feel you used to stress out about a lot and it's not something to be that stressed about?
I feel like I used to stress out about and like registering for a class which none of my friends are taking.
Yeah.
Like I'm going in, maybe they're registering for the class, but not the same section. So, but this is like freshman year again. Like when you're going into a class, you don't know anyone. And like, oh, like what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And but it's like I think it's the best. It's like so fine now. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna make like it's the first week you get through it, and then it's super easy.
It's
after
lax.
that.
You end up talking to the person next
Next
to
to
you.
you.
Yeah.
Make a friend, you know, have a new friendly face in Questrom.
Yeah.
I feel like I've
Yeah.
totally been there.
I think after a point, I started checking the roster when the class got out. But also, like, you see the roster and you recognize like 50% of the class. They've been in some class with you. You
Yeah.
maybe met them through a friend or like they were in some club. So, like, it's all recognizable faces.
100%. Also, I feel like I don't know if you're like once you go to like if you're fresh, like not your freshman. I mean, your first week into any class, and you sit somewhere and that's your seat for the rest.
Yeah.
Like you don't change. I don't think I've like sat in a different seat in my like class that I'm taking this semester.
Yeah.
Like
No, same. If I do, it's like seat adjacent, but like never am I making like a crazy
Yeah.
change. You know, back of the class to the very front.
Yeah, I think even I never changed my seat.
Yeah.
It
Uh,
was, yeah, maybe the same area, maybe a seat up or down, but like noted.
yeah. So Kush, as we spoke a little bit, you're involved with like many things, some including Ascend, BizTech, and being a TA. How did you actually end up in those spaces? And was putting that first foot forward to do so a challenge for you? Or did you know, like, I really want to get involved in the Questrom community?
Mm-hmm. Ascend, I joined the info session when I was before I came to BU. The one they had during the summer. They're like, oh, what is Ascend? Well, like, why is it a big part of Question? Why is it so important? And why we would want to be like join this like community of people. And I really love the idea. I love the people that were speaking. And they have something called Ascend Week. Not many people know of, and it's a week before BU like your freshman year starts. It's the 1 week like before classes start, and they do like a lot of fun stuff. There's like a retreat. And like you play games. You get to know like this like small group of people before school starts, and you just have friends. Like so, it's like an amazing thing. I would recommend people to join. Ascend, but all clubs like Bestech and all the other clubs. That like I feel like trying other clubs out helped me decide which one I want to go up in or up the ladder or try to like pursue a higher role in that club. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's like obviously like people have to apply and everything, and just like deciding between just like so many clubs like this is something I want to pursue, this one I'm going to like lock in. What else? Um, yeah, I feel like becoming a part of the like Questrom community is just like it's just finding opportunities to like represent and like give back also. Like there's so much
Yeah.
like I l- learn so much from people helping me out or people in those higher roles that like I'm inspired to do something like that and be there and pass it on to the next like whoever comes.
Yeah, definitely. But like I personally felt this. I used to like feel guilty till a certain point when I used to like give more like time to my social commitments than my academics. And sometimes I used to feel like I'm too much like stuck to my laptop or my books when my friends are like out. So I used to feel really guilty either way. Have you like been in the same position or like felt similar?
Yeah, I felt similar during periods where like I will have an exam or like a midterm. But I've kept telling myself like these are like people I'm never like there's such a small chance there are some people I'm gonna see again
Yeah.
after I like have fun and everything while you get your work done, of course. But I wouldn't think too much about oh no, like why is everyone like having fun and I need to sit in, or why am I having so much fun? Like this you can never have too much fun.
That
You
is,
can
yeah.
always like be so much more social over here,
Yeah.
especially with like how many about thousands of people around you.
I think core taught me a lot about like figuring out how to schedule my week and like keep the social commitments and like the academic commitments like apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have to agree. I think for me it was definitely an adjustment. At least Questrom, because in high school I was definitely one of those that I didn't have to like study too much for my exams and like be fine. And then I got to Questrom and I was like, all right, like this is gonna be a little different. But I think finding a balance is what's most important.
100%.
And doing what's best for you and your goals and figuring that out, I think early on is gonna be beneficial in the long run.
Agree.
Definitely.
Also finding the balance by like don't try to like not like copy, I'd say. Like just because someone else is like studying for like 25 hours a
Doesn't
day,
mean you
like
have
you don't need
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
Like
don't worry about what other people are doing.
100%. There's like so many like you figure out your own like schedule.
Yeah.
And that's like it'll take you a semester maybe or two, but then it'll just be like, at least you did that by yourself. Like,
Yeah,
Definitely.
no, totally.
I think code just taught me how to get over the FOMO of it.
Mhm.
Like I was like, I understand that everyone's like there was a day when I had to sit and like finish my creative presentation and literally all my roommates, including like everyone else in our friend group, went out and I was sitting alone at home. But
That's the worst.
I
That's the
know, but
worst.
then that day later I realized I was happy like
Getting it done.
getting it done and like not going because I knew like the next day if I went out and I had come back the next morning I would have been really like dreading going out.
100%.
So like I did not like that feeling and I think that was a really good lesson for me.
Yeah, just do something you're gonna regret less.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you had to give 3 different types of advice or 3 different words of advice to an incoming freshman, what are some things that you would say, or what are some things that you wish you knew?
I think I'd say first, like, attend, like, speak to a lot of people when you go to, like, incoming freshmen. Make friends in your, what's it called, the orientation group. Like, I think that's where your first friend group comes in. If you don't be a part of SEN, but that's where the first faces you see is that, like, what's it called, welcome week. Yeah, try to go out as much as you can, meet everyone, attend all the events BU has.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like, what's it called? You don't feel left out during the semester. But of course, even if you don't attend, there's always chances you're gonna make like so many more friends during this time. Second, I would say is don't be too picky, but also be slightly picky about the classes you take. Because I feel like you only get to take certain number of classes, and you can't like learn everything, of course.
Yeah.
But try to see ask seniors, ask like juniors, like what classes they've taken, what they've had more fun in. Because you need to take your mandatory classes, but have fun while like doing a degree. Like, don't just be like, oh, don't dread it after it's done. I feel like I'm not done with my things yet, but I would only pick I'm like, besides of my mandatory classes, I'd only pick classes that I feel like either like for my concentration, or like this is something so cool I want to learn about it.
Yeah.
Third, I think last one. I think like goes both. I always ask like for help, and always give help when asked. Like, oh, okay, when you become when you become like freshman fall and you see CGS coming in, right? Freshman spring, when you become a sophomore, when you see freshmen coming in, like, always if they ask you anything about like, oh, how's this class, always be really open to answer back, like give back to them. And also when you're a freshman, ask so many questions. Like, there's nothing, you can't learn less. Like, you can only learn more from all these people. So I think that's my 3 pieces of advice.
Yeah.
But also I'm like sophomore, so maybe not the best piece of advice, but this is what I've learned in my freshman year.
Yeah, no,
Definitely.
totally.
Yeah. Okay. So something that is very interesting about your journey, even though you're just a sophomore, is your app Norm. And like I discovered it through the Insta. Like we discovered it through the Instagram page that you've created. So how did the idea of Norm even come to be?
So I'm not mentioning him yet, but my co-founder Ranveer. So we were just sitting down and we wanted to apply to this competition called the New Venture Competition. It's by Innovate at BU. I don't know if it's by them, but they host them. And we were thinking of like, oh, we want to participate. We want to like be there, like have a idea to pitch or something to show as like something like just for fun. And we were thinking of ideas, and we thought about an idea before Norm, and it didn't it sounded so good for the first 3 days, but then we realized like, guys, it's not working out.
Yeah.
And then that idea was also in the food space, like something specially for BU students and restaurants. But then we realized like just discussing, one thing that helped us, we just sit in silence and think of all the problems we faced during the day. And then we were just sitting, we were like, oh, something regarding food we can't decide. Is like, I spent so much time deciding where to eat, what to eat. Like, will I like this restaurant? Is it like similar to other restaurants I've tried? And we were like, you know what, this is like something like not just us. I've heard so many of my friends like waste like 30 minutes, and then in the end they order the same pizza.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm just like, we try to build something around that, and then we try to make it like make it fun for ourselves. And you're like, you know what, we're gonna like make this like a challenge, and we're gonna make it public. So we like, if it doesn't work out, we get embarrassed, or we push ourselves to make it work out. So we just like, we posted like our first tweet. We're like, oh, in the next 15 days we're gonna make this app to solve this and this problem. And then like surprisingly, I don't even know how, but like we actually like locked in and we made the app in 15 days, and we kept making content every day. And I think that's the best. I think this is the first time I spoke about like having a clothing brand back. I started like when I was like what 70 or something in high school.
Yeah.
And I like had 3 collections. It was like really fun. Like I love doing it. I also like I want to continue doing it. Like as a, like that's one of my like favorite things I've done since high school. But I never put my face to it. I've always been shy. I don't want to like have my face on the camera. I just want to be in the back, trying to organize and like figure everything out.
Mhm.
But right now, like Norm is like, I just want to record a reel. I want to like post it out there, like 2 takes maybe because I like maybe stutter in the middle. But don't overthink the reel. Just like record and post. Like what's
Mhm.
the like? Yeah,
No,
like
totally.
yeah,
I think it's so incredible and remarkable. I mean, you're saying you built the app in 15 days, and I think like
wait, don't read it. Like
yeah, which is
like he's I don't know. He's like just his work ethic is insane.
yeah,
So
which is like super super remarkable and like also, very understandable that like you have your doubts, but I think it's more impressive that you think, might as well put it all out there and see what comes out
mhm.
because it's only really embarrassing if you make it embarrassing, like it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
like
it's totally up to your prerogative the way that, you're going to take in like all of that. And even if you don't like the success you envision doesn't come as soon as you want it to, it's still a learning experience and still especially for you, knowing that you want to be an entrepreneur and
mhm.
start like various ventures, which is like awesome. It's great that you're starting that. So
100%.
so if I could also ask, like in the process of getting the ball rolling, this event from Innovate at BU definitely helped you do so. But what helped keep you motivated? Because you did say that you went through, various ideas and some of
Mhm.
them not being what you anticipated would come out of it.
What kept the ball rolling was like I think especially having someone like
Mhm.
a co-founder, like you keep pushing each other, being like, hey, like get this done, get this done. Like this is like a crazy idea to add. I feel like having two people, again, maybe some things are just a one solo thing, but I feel like having one more person with you throughout this journey, and they're like as deep into this as you are,
Yeah.
it like helps so much more. What also kept the ball rolling is having this like urge to like put content out there because then people are looking and people are like speaking about it, and then when I hear people come up to me like oh this is what you're building, right? Oh, and my friends are like, oh, this was like a funny reel you posted. It just wants me to do more for it, and like I think that just keeps me pushed like encouraged to like, oh, like put more content, keep making this app, make it like the best thing you made.
Yeah. It's just, I think the public eye adds a little bit to the pressure, but also to the excitement of
Mhm.
Oh,
like the
100%.
whole
It
thing.
makes it so much more exciting because oh, I want more people to know about it. I want more people to use this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how would you say your day to day has been? Like I actually saw I think I got the reel maybe like day 2, day 3 of like we're gonna build this app in like 10 days. And I was like, you know what, I wanna watch it and see like if they were actually successful or not. And I sort of recognized like initially I did not know you guys are from BU. I just thought it's like some reel on my algorithm. And I saw like the background. I was like, no, wait, this is like a BU dom. So then that's how the like recognition came to be. But I think that was the case for like a lot of people watching you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So how was like the day to day for you, like in those 10 days?
Day to days, I feel like it was just a lot of like meeting, like me and Anveed meeting and being like, this is working out, this is not. This is what do you want when you look at a restaurant? Like, okay, you know what the recommendation system's there, but like when I click on a restaurant, like, oh, do I want to see pictures? Like, how do I make it so much more convenient for a person to like get their food?
Mhm.
Like, I think it was just a lot of brainstorming because of course in the 10 days we didn't have the best product out there, but we had like the whole MVP. We had like the features were there, you were able to use it, and so that it was there in 10 days, but like again keep working on that like after 10 days. So it was a lot of brainstorming, a lot of speaking to professors and speaking to like a network of your like any other like senior you met or someone who actually like speaking to anyone, like you can always get advice from like younger generation people, you can get advice from anyone.
Yeah.
Speaking to so I took this hospitality class and like my professor was in the like uh food industry, like restaurant, he had a few restaurants, so I just reached out to him. I was like, hey listen, I'm building this, could you please tell me like what does the restaurant want to display when they're going to people, and what do people look at when they're like looking for restaurants?
Mhm.
And they're always willing to help again. He
Mhm.
wasn't even teaching the semester, but he still have hopped on call like the advise us.
Yeah.
So I think that's what like kept the ball rolling, just having so many people involved in this and like
Mhm.
people speak about it, people encouraging me,
Yeah.
so felt really good.
Definitely. I think there are lots of resources available here. Like if you want to start building something.
100. I think Innovate at BU is like not many universities have it,
Yeah.
and I think like really grateful that BU does because they like they break it down for you. So like, oh, like, you know what? You don't even need to have someone to build it. If you have an idea and you go to them with your idea, they like show you the step by step. They show you like, you know what, do this, do this, do this. It help you find the right people. They also like reward you for milestones.
Oh.
So it's like non-dilutive like grants they give you, like small funds. It doesn't. It's not. It might not be the craziest amount of money, but anything helps when you're building a small, like when you're starting small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they like really views like many big universities have it, but not all like like universities do. So BU does, and I think people should use it as much as they can.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's also a really fun space to work at. Like
Yeah.
it's like one of the coolest places on BU. Like if you see from, it's like all open from outside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
To see people inside like building stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm so happy to hear that you and your partner have
Yeah.
had such immense support, like not only from, professors innovate at BU, but just people who are willing to talk to you about your idea and help you like figure out, where the pain points are so that you can help the consumer at the end of the day, which is totally awesome. But was there ever a moment where you doubted yourself or doubted your ability? Or was there, did you have like kind of a revelation where you're like, no, I'm going to do this and I will do it?
Yeah, I think that not the doubt, but we were like, is this gonna work out more? Like, so I made a landing page and we put it up with like the waitlist form and everything. And when you build something, you're like, it's like you in your head, it's like the best thing there. Like, oh, like this is like insane. Like this is like next Airbnb. This is like gonna be the next like Fortune 500 company. Like people are gonna buy me for like 19 figures or something. Like, so I think one thing that humbled me down was there were like thousands of people visiting the website. There were like
Wow.
I think not tens of thousands, but like thousands and like the 4 or 5 digits. Like, and then we had like 100 downloads.
Wow. Yeah.
So
That must have
this-
been a great feeling.
yeah, but like also like knowing that so many people are seeing you, but why are like only like this like small percentage of people like applying for your wait?
Yeah.
And like humbles you down to thinking like, oh, maybe this is like you need to like keep pushing it out there, keep reminding people that this is like something for them. It's free to use, and that like made me like, oh, are we doing something wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why people are like just like looking at us and then not using us. Like, is there like something like wrong about like how it's like being portrayed?
Yeah.
And that's all like I was like not doubt myself, but like, oh, what do I need to change so people see this properly?
Yeah, definitely. I think just like the whole thing is a learning curve. You learn a lot about what to do in a business, and you also learn a lot about yourself. So, like in this experience, I know you've had like past entrepreneurship experiences as well with your clothing brand, but like even from that experience and this experience, what would you say that you've learned about yourself?
I think something I've learned about myself is like I didn't know after like till norm that I actually like I get really excited about my ideas. And then I learned that I need to like I'm like how do I say it? I keep pushing myself like
To execute it?
urge to
Yeah.
execute. I think that's the right word right way to put it. Like like having that I didn't know I had that urge to execute till I started like, you know what, I want to do this, I want to do this. And I keep telling myself. So that's something I learned about myself. Like just like I want to build, keep building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see where it can take you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I love that, entrepreneurial like mindset. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like you have like a certain like hunger right now, like you want to
yeah,
get.
that's what I've learned about myself. Hey, thank you for putting it that way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
having the hunger to like maybe not build too many things, but once you start building something, just like keep building it, like pursue it, like as like take it like seriously.
Yeah.
And take yourself seriously. Like if you don't take yourself seriously, others won't. Like so you like that's one thing Questrom has taught you. Like yeah, have fun and fool around, but like make sure you're perceived as someone like so people respect you and like take you
Yeah.
seriously when you're speaking.
Mhm.
So like that's one thing I learned about myself.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna shift things around a little.
Okay.
We're gonna play like a mini game of sorts. It's called Real or Fake, and we're gonna it's question edition.
Okay.
So we'll say a statement and you're just going to tell us if it's real or fake and then give a little explanation as to why.
Yeah, perfect. At least I gotta justify.
Yeah.
You don't overthink it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. So the first one, your BU Hub classes will end up being the easiest classes.
Fake. Like yeah, like I spoke about this before. Like hubs are like, oh, fun and everything, but there'll be some hubs you take and like it's. I don't want to name classes, of
Yeah.
course, but they're more difficult than like some like Questrom classes I'm
Yeah.
taking. So not always the easiest, but like teaches you more like stuff. I feel like
Yeah.
All right, next question. 8 a.m. classes are survivable if you're disciplined.
fake. But this is like I think you can. I work better at night. So
Yeah.
I'd rather get a little bit work done at
Yeah.
night and then stay up, wake up a little later.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm disciplined at night and get my work done, but maybe I don't think I can be disciplined for the 8 a.m.
I would say for the people watching, I am that is very true for me. Like I'm one of those people that like if I get my day started early, like the rest of the day is a grind. If not, if I get my day started too late, it's I don't know. I don't know how productive my day is being. So
Yeah, I think it's like a morning person, night person thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Next one. You'll realistically eat Warren Dining Hall food way more than you expect.
Fake. Like till my sophomore fall, like
Yeah.
end, like before I started my like sophomore spring semester, I'd been to Warren like twice.
Really?
But yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like I've stayed in West all my like my whole like that side of campus like for the like, what 2 years like since my freshman year, and the first time I went was orientation week with like the whole
Yeah.
group, and the second time I just went like because I was in like Mogar or like somewhere like Cass, and that was like the closest. But I feel like either it's West Dining Hall because I'm living there, or it's Marciano because I'm working in Questrom.
Fair.
So Warren is like not that for me. I feel like that's not
Yeah.
not the most visited dining hall.
I think for me, like my friend group was so huge freshman year, and we had like half the people living at Warren and the other half at like West. So like between classes, nobody used to like really go to Marciano. They used to all go to Warren, and then the other half of the people were like, okay, if they're going back, we'll just go there. So
Yeah.
like I think my friends were like more often at Warren.
Yeah, that's surprisingly like the first group of people I met at BU. Some people from home, most like lived in either West with me, not with me, like around, like next to me, or they lived in towers. So there was no one in the middle actually. So I was either in one of these like two ends of campus.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so next question. The first 2 weeks of school are the most important socially.
Fake, 100%.
Mm.
I think like if you come off like a really like busy traveling winter break and you're tired the first week of school, like it's completely valid. You're gonna be in the same class for the whole semester. So you're gonna make if you had to make some friends there, there's always opportunities to. And the first 2 weeks, maybe first 2 weeks of college or first 2 weeks of a semester.
2 weeks of college.
Yeah.
Oh, first 2 weeks of college. Okay, maybe there has to be a middle to this. But I feel like I would still say fake because you can always make more friends out of it. Like for you're 4 years. So
yeah.
maybe not the most important socially, but it sets the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would
Wow.
agree with that.
Like BU, like your
I think it just helps like get over the initial anxiousness of like leaving your house.
Right.
Mhm.
Just because you find people and you're like more comfortable like staying.
Yeah.
You don't feel homesick.
Mhm.
Okay. You should go to Splash, but not actually to sign up for everything.
Real. Wait, it was real and fake, right?
Yeah.
Real. I think don't then Splash because it's like really whole. Like I said, the whole of BU is there, especially the fall semester. It's at the casino and
Yeah.
like he's so big and everyone's like there's music playing. But okay, of course, don't sign up for everything. Like you don't want your email to be spammed with like all these clubs. So pick and choose. You have like you have the whole day. Like you have like what 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
For some reason, the fall Splash is always so hot. Like, if you're going, please carry a water bottle, carry a hat. It's like,
Oh wait, no,
really-
true. Oh my god,
100%.
I was maybe TMI, but I was sweating so much.
Same.
Oh my god.
And the best, but the good part is that it's not like the second like the sophomore, the spring splash because it's like so crowded in GSU.
Yes, yeah. I think Splash definitely like if you can make it in the fall as a freshman, like
Yeah.
considering if you are CGS, I think it's like such an important place to like meet new people, which so it's awesome that
Yeah.
know,
And also, like,
they
just
kind of-
cover so many new clubs. Like, if you have an interest in something, I'm 100% sure BU has a club
Yeah.
for it. So, like, just go to Splash, you'll find it.
And everyone's there. Like all
Yeah.
clubs like sign up to be there,
Mhm.
like speak about them. So if there's one place you want to find everything and like not wait to get a response, I think that's the best place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, so this question might be a little biased for you because I know you're a TA, but office hours are underrated and most students don't use them enough.
I think real like not speaking from like the perspective of being, but I was speaking from the perspective of being a student.
Mhm.
I feel like, especially for like difficult classes, there's not everything you can get from a lecture or a discussion, and you want a student to be able to teach you a student method.
Yeah.
Like I think I learned better from someone that's like they've done this before and the steps they took to do this, because the professor has this like thought process. They think of this like with like 25, 30 years of experience. Then
Right.
it's,
Yeah.
and so it's easier to like learn from a student if you like, and that's why I feel like it is underrated. Like it's real.
Yeah. Sometimes it's really helpful. Like just go to the office hours.
Yeah.
Um, you'll regret not exploring Boston outside of BU.
I think real. I would say 100%. I feel like it's a beautiful city to be in. There's so many schools around. You can like, like you go to like Newbury or anywhere, you're gonna meet students from every university. Like so, there's so many nice parts, especially with Norm. I've realized like so many good parts of Boston, like with food and everything.
Yeah.
So you can keep like there's so much to explore in a small city.
Mhm.
So like Seaport, North End, South End.
Yeah.
I think you'll regret just being on ComAv.
100%. I fully agree.
Yeah, especially like freshman year, maybe when like stuff, not only freshman year, I think any year, like when you don't have a lot of stuff on your calendar, just you can watch a Celtics game, you can go watch a Bruins game, like such
Yeah.
as like one Red Sox game right here in Fenway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The season started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next question. Group projects at Questrom are more about people than actual work.
Wait. I'd say fake.
Mhm.
Because of course your grade depends on your work. Like
Yeah.
yeah, the professor's not gonna be like, oh, he's such a nice guy. Like
Yeah.
that's like so. But also, I think the people matter a lot. But I feel like it matters like how you go into the group. Like
Yeah.
it's like you make the like decisions for yourself and some for the group. When you go into a team project. But I don't think just solely the group can have like the best like the whole group. They do the same project in different classes, and they might not have the best like outcome.
Right. It's all about dynamic.
Yeah, it's all about I think dynamic synergy, getting to know your group well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like if it's a semester long project, especially.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I'm not taking core yet, but you would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's important if you don't know your if you don't know your team well, it like shows.
Yeah. No, and I would say team bonding is also very important. It makes work
Yeah.
flow easier. You also get to know the strengths of your teammates,
Team-
outside of just work itself, seeing who's able to take, initiatives in different ways, if that either be more from a stand back point of view or like a more
Mm.
forward facing, which
Mhm.
both are completely valid.
Yeah, I feel like if your group gets along, it just makes doing the project easier and like
Yeah.
more fun.
I agree.
That too, that part too, that
Yeah.
part.
Because then
like,
again, like you're doing this, like again, they become your friends, and you're just having fun
Yeah.
while doing this.
yeah,
So
totally.
it reduces the stress. I feel like.
Mhm.
So you need to start networking your first month in.
Fake. Like you realize you need to start networking like that semester, but like I didn't know it worked like that. Like again, this doesn't work. That doesn't work like this where I come from. Like
Mhm.
my high
Yeah.
school, we don't network. Like no one does a
Yeah.
coffee chat with a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like nothing. There's no term like that. So I feel like I realized and I learned that I should later on in the semester. But if you don't in the first month, it's not like you're like falling there. Like you can
Mhm.
always speak to more people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next question. Everyone at Questrom secretly knows what they're doing.
Oh, so fake. Oh, this is like the fakest thing I've heard. I've heard like people change their like career path like 3 or 4 times. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe more. Like I did.
Yeah.
People I know seniors 100% have. You do like you come in with something you want to do and it like completely like gets shattered.
Mhm.
Like you're like this is not what I want to do at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah, I think it's also the nice thing about classes like 131 where it's so foundational. You
Mhm.
really get a taste of everything to see, what's most appealing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now also, given that core has been distributed into like 4 separate classes
Mhm.
that you can take, I think that would really help students to like understand what they need to do, what they don't, and like where their interest lies.
Yeah.
Because also for me, when I did QM 221 and then BA 222, I was really struggling in both. Like QM 221 was really good, but then BA 222 I really struggled with.
Mhm.
And then surprisingly, and I know most people won't agree with me, I did core, and course QM 323 just resonated with me, and I like took BA as a second concentration. And I know most people won't agree with me, but it just something clicked, and it was like, okay, I understand what I'm doing and I enjoy doing it.
But that's the best part about like concentrations and getting to pick what you want to do, because people don't have to understand what you're doing. It's like if you start liking to like you start like
Yeah.
doing something,
Yeah.
you always have the option to like add on, remove. So
Yeah.
like, I think that adds to like why it's the fakest thing. Like you can always change your concentration.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like I came in thinking like I was 100% sure that I want to do marketing,
Mhm.
and I'm still doing marketing, but then BA was like a like unexpected thing which got added on.
Yeah.
And you can like double concentrate.
Triple concentrate on.
Yeah, and classes overlap, and that's the best part. Like, oh, you know, it's like, oh, you have like 4 classes to get one concentration. Sometimes you don't have to do like 8 classes
Yeah.
to get 2. And I think that's what like speaking to professors helps with, because oh, you can, I don't know for you, but maybe you can use your BA like knowledge and like whatever you studied in marketing, or like vice versa.
Yeah.
And same for other concentrations. Like,
I would say for accounting. It's funny because most people, I tell them accounting, they really don't think so. Like, I feel like most people picture like your typical accountant to be a little awkward, more silent, but I'm like the complete opposite. I would say like I love being like a loud presence. But you know, same thing with that. Like one of the reasons why I chose to be an accountant, not only do I really like the logic of accounting, like I can literally speak about it for so long. This is how much I love accounting. But like, you know, I love the fluidity of being an accountant. I feel that with being an accountant, like there are so many pathways I can go in my career if I don't always want to stay an accountant. I'm a person who like am always on my feet, always changing things.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
you know, I never know, but I love that I have the option, you know.
that's the best part. I feel like they
Yeah.
teach you they teach you not completely focused, like drill down into one like career field.
Mhm.
You can
Yeah.
use your skills across more.
Definitely. Okay, moving on to the next one. Your freshman friend group will last all 4 years.
Like touch wood, mine has. I would say real. If it like, I think this is based on like every person, like how their friend group functions and how it like
Yeah.
Yeah.
turns out for them.
I think
But I was lucky to find people that like stuck along, and like this is there like, oh, they get excited when I'm doing something. I get excited when they're like starting
Yeah.
something,
Mhm.
and we just celebrate all the small wins.
Yeah.
It's like fun.
No, I have to say, at least for me, like my freshman year friend group, you know, some of us disbanded, but I do have a couple of friends that like are just my day ones, like my, you know, and I love them so much. Like they're honestly one of my favorite parts about BU is like getting to meet them, you know,
100%.
yeah.
becoming best friends. But
Yeah. Personally for me, even my friend group stuck around all 4 years, touch wood. And it's a huge group. Like I can't even it's like more than 20 people.
Oh,
so
that's
it's like a
insane.
blessing. Yeah.
That's insane. My group is not that big, but I live with half my group now.
oh
Like,
yeah.
So it like just makes it so much more fun. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, you should say yes to everything your first semester.
fake. Feel like being in such a big school, there's so many opportunities you get,
Mhm.
and you can't do everything. Like you can't say yes to everything, even if you want to, and everything like seems so fun and exciting. If you do, if you like grind it out, you can probably make it through the semester. But I feel like it leads to overexhaustion. Like it leads to like,
Yeah.
you can always do more than you can, but don't do so much that you can't do something next semester. Like you don't want to do something next semester.
Yeah. Your social battery is real.
Yes, yeah, 100%. Like, so I agree. Like I think it's fake that you need to say yes to everything. I think you start learning what to prioritize
As you
throughout,
go.
Yeah.
like semesters passing by.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is something you would resonate with. Building something on the side is worth it in college.
I think 100%. Like, okay, like,
Are you kidding?
kidding?
Absolutely.
I feel like there's no other. Like, obviously, you can after college or before. There's no like right time to do something. I feel like an easier way to build something is like in college, because again, as I said before, people are so willing to help. Like you have professors, you have the network of like either people you meet at BU or your professors' networks or some or just questions network is insane.
Yeah.
Like you go to the Fed and ask like, oh listen, I want to speak to someone about this. Can you please put me in touch? There has to be one person at BU that's done something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if there is one time you want, like if you have an idea and you want to start it in college. Like
Mhm.
like
It's-
also what can you lose?
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like a good base to like.
Yeah,
You can just give it a shot. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Like,
literally.
Yeah, I feel like the BU network, at least in my experience, I've had the same where like
Yeah.
I've met alumni, all of which are willing to help. And it now being a senior, about to graduate in a month, it like I think about when I'm gonna be in those shoes and I'm so inclined to help because of the way that I received help. So I feel like it's a, this cyclical, just like, historic
yeah.
of the Questrom community.
I
It
agree.
really bonds. Well, that concludes our podcast. Khush,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining us today and for
thank you
bringing
so
your
much for taking out
insights.
the time.
This was so fun. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Yeah, thank you.
It was great to have you on. I loved the conversation, and I really hope like Norm does like really well.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I had a good time too.
Awesome. Do you have any last words of advice?
No, I feel like decide like make your own calls. Like take your like don't always listen to people. I think that's my advice. Don't always take other people's advice. Like
Yeah.
Definitely.
yeah.
That is a good advice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, great to have you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, I just want to shout out to follow your app and local.
Yeah. Okay, like
Go for it. Go for it.
yeah. Okay. Also, guys, follow norm___ app. We're just building something from scratch. It's fun. Like join the journey.
Shout out.